Hello talkers, this is Ruth Finney with today's Talk Inspired Practice. Shout out to Real Talk 87 here on YouTube because he used the term feminine energy in a battle of the sexes live that revealed something to me that men have been trying to understand and explain to women for years as to why some men are turned off by them. So I decided that I wanted to go a little deeper with this. Because we live in a society where freedom of expression and women empowerment is glorified and encouraged, we as women now feel compelled to say what's on our minds however we feel like saying it. With all the compassion and all the anger and all the aggression and the intention, and with whatever emotion we're feeling at the time. And we can just be explaining how we like to be treated. We take the time to do our hair and our nails. We make sure our outfits and our bodies are on point, that we're taking care of our business and bringing something to the table of a relationship. And yet, when we open our mouths, the man is looking at us with disgust or trying to refrain from showing any emotion at all. Why? Aren't we all worthy of a man's kindness, his attention, and his love? So what's the turnoff? Well, believe it or not, it has very little to do with how we look and everything to do with the kind of energy we're putting out as to whether or not he will lay down with us and make a baby, or whether or not he'll be willing to make a life and a family with us. Now, I know you've all done it because we all have at some point looked at a couple and wondered, what's he doing with her? What does she have that I don't have? And we immediately began comparing ourselves to that woman's outward appearance, or what she does or doesn't have, either negatively or positively, and just assume that the man must be blind. Because surely if he could see what we're seeing, or if he had only had an encounter with us, he would have chosen differently. Listen, God created men and women differently. We're wired differently. We think differently. We move differently. We respond to things differently. And guess what? It was all intentional. Our differences is what attracts us to each other. And the same goes for the type of energy we put out. By nature, men are aggressive, overbearing, domineering, and often loud or boisterous. They were built that way because they were created to lead, to kill, to gather food, and to protect and provide and defend the things that they're responsible for. They are competitive by nature and not easily moved by things. They stand guard and ready to attack anyone who tries to cause them harm. That is why we as women are so attracted to them, because of that masculine energy they put out that we don't typically contain. Yet as women, we were created to be nurturers, empathetic, meek, mild, tender, and affectionate, and supportive helpmates. That is the makeup of our feminine energy, and that is what men are attracted to that they don't typically contain. However, because we live in this imperfect society, we as women have had to take on much of this masculine energy in order to survive, overcome, and to thrive. But when we bring that to a relationship or even to our conversations with a man, we butt heads because they're confused and taken back by what they're seeing, hearing, and feeling. They're looking at a woman, but they're feeling the energy of a man, and they either respond negatively to it or they don't respond at all. Either way, they don't want it in their lives. So here's the real talk question, ladies. What kind of energy are you putting out in your conversations and in your relationships? Are you putting out masculine energy that's loud and overbearing, domineering and aggressive, where the man is feeling confused as to whether or not he should attack or just stand guard? Or are you putting out the beauty of our humility and serving up the honesty of your thoughts and emotions with a side of empathy, affection, and love? Look, we don't have to be timid, soft-spoken, or weak to be attractive or to get our point across. We just have to be approachable, respectful, and considerate with our words and how we deliver them. The truth is, men love women. Men will even love another man who's learned how to capture and is willing to express the essence of our feminine energy better than we do. And that's just the truth, because that's how we're built. So if you want to capture his heart, Serve up some of that magnetic feminine energy that we all possess into your conversations and into your relationships, and he will be unable to resist. Now that's some real talk for you ladies. If you can relate, become a talker. Subscribe to UCANTALK and check out my tips and classes on weekday mornings at 5 a.m. Central Standard Time, or come chat with me over on my Talk to Ruth live sessions held on Saturday nights from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. and learn more ways that you can talk your way to the healthier relationships that you desire and you deserve. Until next time, be the light.